Thank you, Chairwoman, Ranking Member, and to all of the witnesses who are here today. I represent the 3rd District in Kansas, which is the Kansas side of the Kansas City metro area. And I'm sure some of you know that KC is the second largest intermodal shipping hub in the United States. And a lot of that is because of the agricultural commodities that we transfer from rural parts of Kansas all over the country. And these are actually the very rural areas that Ranking Member Davis was speaking about earlier, which, you know, I'd like to suggest that the urban-rural divide is maybe not as vast as we might think it is. And when rural Kansas does well, all of urban Kansas does well, and the entire country benefits. So I spent a little bit of time at DOT, and I had the chance to work on autonomous vehicle policy while I was there, and the development of the various types of technologies is something that's really interesting to me. The safety of drivers and of passengers is always of primary concern, as many of you have stated today. I'm also really concerned about making sure that folks aren't being left out of the conversation about automation, that people are still able to make a living. And so I'd like to ask some of our witnesses today if you can talk to me a little bit about what you think intentional implementation of autonomous systems looks like, whether that be the braking systems or other types of autonomous implementation. So I'd like to ask Mr. Spear, Spencer, Bird, or Mr. Noble, depending on the time, all of you, what does that look like to you? What does intentional autonomous vehicle policy look like so that we're taking care of everyone?
Well, I think, and I've served on the Federal Advisory Committee at DOT on this issue and representing trucking interests, and I'm glad for that, because I felt for the longest time, and I've worn the auto hat as well at Hyundai, that trucking was not included in this discussion. And I think we need to be. We're moving 71% of the freight. We're paying half the tab into the trust fund. We've got skin in this game. And nothing to slight my friends in the autos, but we're not going to hand the whole playbook to them and the DOT to write. We have to be at the table to accommodate what the future is going to look like. Now, that really gets to the heart of it, because I think levels 2, 3, driver assist technology, it's here, it's going to continue to grow. But to go to level 5 with no steering wheel, no pedals, driverless, I get really bullish on this, because I see people reporting on it all the time that we're going to go driverless. And if you're trying to recruit somebody into this industry, if they think their job's going to be gone in 5 years, they're probably going to move on to something else. First of all, it ain't happening. We're not going driverless tomorrow, not 5, not probably even 50 years out. It'll come someday. But we have pilots in planes for a reason. I kind of like that. But not just passenger planes. We have pilots in cargo planes. So you're going to have drivers in trucks for a long time. They're hauling 80,000 pounds. A lot of them are hauling petrol, chemicals. In this secure environment, I don't think you want that driverless. I think you're going to see cars evolve quicker, and they should. 2/3 of the accidents that involve trucks are caused by passenger vehicles, speeding and texting. And that's where AEB coming online and connectivity. That 5.9 gigahertz that National Safety Council and ATA are advocating at FCC, you connect the truck and the trailer with the car, the brake hits, you're not going to be hitting the trailer. It's a different way to get at the side underguards and the rear guards. I'd like to take an approach where the accident doesn't happen at all. That technology assumes you're going to hit the trailer. So connectivity, I think, could solve a lot of the problem and lower the fatality rate and getting us to 0.
Yes. My perspective of small business truckers, or at least certainly of our organization, is that we recognize the potential for automated systems to tremendously improve highway safety, the potential, but we struggle to separate reality from what are simply marketing claims. And I heard some statistics thrown out a while ago for a big carrier that reports marvelous results with the use of different technologies. Well, I'd heard this stuff before, and I've had our fellows look at the safety data that gets reported to FMCSA, and we don't see any difference in real road safety. So we'd like for small business to be in a position where you have confidence that you can invest in technology that actually really will work.
Thank you. And can I ask that you submit additional comments to the record for our review because my time has expired? But I just want to, I love you bringing up that truckers have not been at the table for the conversations because everyone should be included in the conversation about this. Thank you. I yield back.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. Mr. Westerman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd also like to thank all the witnesses for being here today as I listened to your testimony and talking about the vastness of the trucking industry, how it touches all